If you want to build muscular definition in your upper body and abs, this workout is going to help you achieve just that. We are training with supersets today, and we've got a no repeat structure. And the structure is pretty straightforward. It's a fun structure because it's supersets and no repeat. And each of our supersets is going to target a specific muscle group for the upper body. Now we're going to start with the push muscles, and then we're going to move on to the pull muscles and repeat with a new round of exercises. We are going to be working for 40 seconds for each exercise, go right into the next exercise for another 40 seconds, and then rest 20. So we have 10 total supersets for the upper body. We'll have a little bit of a longer break right in between before we switch and work abs and obliques. We're gonna have 5 supersets, same working time, same rest time, 40 and 20, and then we will have made it through our workout. Equipment today is our moderately heavy dumbbells. When we are working hypertrophy, we don't want to go super heavy, but we do want a moderately heavy weight at a moderately quick tempo. When you're focusing on, or when you're picking your weight, make sure that you can get that full range of motion while maintaining control of your dumbbells. Whenever I do an exercise, I always do bicep curls. I don't know why, but we also have optional equipment today. I just have to do it when I've got an upper body exercise. It's the wrist weights. So if you've got them and you want to use them, we'll put these on after our warm up. And it is time to get into the warm up. Quick warm up today. We're going to start with arms across, one arm on top, and then the other. 2 non-weighted warm up exercises, and then 2 push-pull upper body with dumbbell exercises. We're gonna work through the wrists and forearms next to make sure those are warm and ready. Here's 2 and 1. Now just pulling back on the fingertips and then bringing those fingers down, alternating fingers up, fingers down. A couple more and then we'll switch sides. So you can feel this stretch through the wrist, through the forearms. Now switch it. Fingers down, fingers up. And just a gentle tug to feel that stretch. We're gonna do wrist circles. Now wrist circles here. And other direction. Now we're gonna get just some lighter weights. I'm gonna use 10 pounds. We're gonna do a bent over row and then a shoulder press. Then we'll be ready to get into it. Last 2. And one more time with those circles, grabbing your weights. Bent over row first. Of course, as we go through the warm up, it's not about heavy weights, but it is about starting to activate those muscles and feeling that good form. So before we even hinge it, stand up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back, then hinge it down. Knees are soft, core engaged, and we'll row. Hold it up for a second, control it down. Now again, just light weights here. And to really start to feel those muscles activating, think about squeezing those muscles tight through the back. Tighten them up. And then down. So as we work with these lighter weights in the warm-up, and we really focus on contracting and squeezing those muscles at the top of the rep, this is helping you make that mind-muscle connection. So we're already switching over, getting ready to lift heavier. Last one, and then we'll stand for a shoulder press. Squeeze all the way down. Now bring it up. Dumbbells up on the shoulders, same thing. Good posture, relax those shoulders down and press it up towards the sky. Bring it down, tap the shoulders. Not rushing through it, tap. Now when we get into it, we will be lifting at a slightly quicker pace, but think about squeezing those shoulders as you press. Last 2 here. Here's 2. And last 1, press it up overhead. And with that, our first superset is all about the shoulders. And we're gonna start with Arnold press and then go into a bottom to top snow angel. So moderately heavy with those weights. If you wanna use your wrist weights, now is the perfect time to add those on and then take them off if you need to throughout the workout. It's a good way to start heavier and adjust as needed. Also, if you wanna use your watch today to track this workout, I would use the traditional strength training option on my Apple Watch, but use whatever suits you. Grab your weights for Arnold press, have the other weights ready for bottom to top and snow angel, and let's do this. So taking that nice solid stance, knees are soft, hips tucked under, core engaged. Now we work to the upper body, palms facing you, 40 on, and here we go. All the way down, press exhale all the way up. And remember, try to keep a pretty quick pace, not too fast to where you're not making it through that full range of motion or where you're losing control of the dumbbells and not maintaining form. But moving it through quick because we only have 40 seconds to work and one time through each exercise. Getting ready to switch it up, 2 dumbbells here, bottom to top, then into snow angel. Here's 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right. Now for bottom to top, lead up with the thumbs, and here we go. So up to the top, bend it down, now out wide, snow angel, and back down. Bottom to top, all the way up, bend it down, out wide, snow angel. This is such an awesome combo because we're working the front and that lateral deltoid. But don't swing the weights, use those shoulders. Last 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Moving on to our second superset. Again, keeping it with those push muscles. So we're moving to the chest. We're gonna go into a reverse grip chest press and then a chest fly. I'm gonna grab my 15s too. So rolling it onto the mat, reverse grip chest press first. That means palms face you, arms out at a slight angle. We go in 3. Here's 2 and 1. Tap the ground. With those arms, press, exhale, up. Now, when you've got a reverse grip, this works that upper chest just a bit more. And when you come down, the arms are not right next to your body, but they're not as wide as a chest press. So it's just a slight angle out. Wrists are staying straight. Tap the mat, press, exhale, up. We're gonna get ready to switch it over. Chest flies next. Last 3, 2, 1. Adjust your weight if you need. Roll it on back. And here we go. Chest flies open wide. Bring it in. Squeeze those chest muscles. Out wide and squeeze. Now at the top, to get a just slightly deeper squeeze through that chest, I like to lead in with my pinkies. That helps me to feel that muscle contract just a little bit more with that slightly inward twist of the pinky. But make sure full range of motion all the way open, tap the ground, squeeze all the way back up at the top. We're gonna rest next for 20 seconds. Moving on to our next muscle group in 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, final push exercise before moving on to pull. We have tricep kickbacks and then a tricep overhead extension. So grabbing your weights for tricep kickback, hinging over at the hips, arms up high, and here we go. Kick it back, hold it for a second, and in. Now we've been moving pretty quick on all of our exercises, but this one I want you to slow it down for a second at the top. In, out, hold, now in. So holding it up for about 2 to 3 counts, and then down, allowing that tricep to contract. Spine nice and long, core engaged. Tricep overhead extension coming up next. 1 or 2 dumbbells, we'll move right into it. Last 3, 2, 1. Whew. Tricep overhead extension. And here we go, 40 seconds. Tighten up through the triceps. Now this style of training today, we've talked about it being amazing for building that muscular definition. And that is because we have the combo of the supersets and the added intensity of keeping the push muscles all together and then the pull muscles. So we're keeping those muscles working longer. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't breathe right now. This is getting tough on me, and you can feel it. Last 3, 2, 1, 20 seconds. Now on to our pull muscles, those being the back and the biceps. So we're gonna get ready for a bent over row. Then we pair that with a renegade row. Bent over row, back flat, core tight, hinge it over. Going in 3, 2, and 1. Another one, keep it high at the top. Control it down. Right back up, squeeze, exhale. Hold it for 2. Come down. And just like we did in the warm-up, think about those back muscles. Try to contract them even more at the top. Squeeze, wrapping those shoulder blades around your spine. You're over halfway. We're gonna bring it down for renegade row next. Last 3, hold it up for 2 and 1. Whew. Bringing it onto the mat. Now with renegade row, take your legs out at a slightly wider stance than a plank. You can be on your knees as well. And here we go, row it up and down. Hold it up for a second, wrap it, squeeze it. And when I mean wrap it, I mean wrap that shoulder blade around the spine and down. Oh, the arms are shaking. Whew. That's what we want. Almost halfway through our upper body round and already feeling it. Last 3, 2, 1. All right. Going back, or not going back, keeping it, pull. We have got a hammer curl with a twist. Then we're gonna go into cross body curls. I'm gonna try these, here we go. Shoulders roll down and bring it up, hammer curl. Now, as you come up to the top, twist it out, control it down. Right back up, twist, squeeze, squeeze into that bicep. Don't swing, but use those arms. That bicep muscle all the way down. Squeeze it back up. Almost there, then cross body curls. Last 3, 2, 1. All right, now cross body, roll those shoulders back. Soft knees, here we go, 40 seconds. Curl it up, squeeze it. Oh wow, this superset is wild too. Now even during our supersets, the exercises that I've paired, really challenging as well. So between keeping all the push and all the pull together, the quick pace, the 2 exercises that are paired together, this is one to save. Last 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, so we're starting back over, back with our push muscles, hitting the shoulders again. Last time through, for that direct hit on the shoulders, we've got shoulder press. Then we are going into plank shoulder taps. So no dumbbells for the second exercise, but moderately heavy. Going here in 3, here's 2, and 1. Now this, we can move a little bit quicker as long as you're getting all the way down. Tap the shoulders all the way up. And at the top, don't shrug, don't squeeze through the neck. You want to relax those shoulders. Over halfway, then we'll bring it to the mat for that plank shoulder tap. When we get into those planks, of course, you can keep it on your knees or your toes. As long as you're keeping that body long and strong. Last 3, 2, 1. Bringing it down into plank. Here we go. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the glutes, and tap. Tap the shoulders. Now, sometimes if this is a more HIIT style workout, we will be moving it really quick, but I want you to just slow it down just a little bit. Take time, tap, and tap. So the challenge here comes with holding that single arm. Hold the single arm.
But we're not holding long with both hands on the ground. We're moving right up. Last 3, 2, 1. Yes, okay. Keeping it on the mat. Oh, this one. We're going into push-ups, then into chest press. So with the push-ups first, think about pushing that floor away. Body long and strong. You are squeezing through the legs and the glutes. So into push-up position, and here we go. All the way down. Press all the way up. Really think about pushing that floor away, not just trying to rise back up through your arms. You're down all the way, you push that floor away, squeezing the core, the glutes, and the legs. We're gonna flip it over for chest press next. Last 3, 2, 1. Woo. On your back for chest press. And here we go, all the way up. Tap, drop it, press it. Keep moving, going quick. I know the arms are shaking, the chest muscles are screaming. Oh, but it feels so good. Oh my word. I have Jello arms right now, and I can tell you, Jello arms and chest press is an interesting combination. Whew, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about though, because we're doing this together. Last 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, keep it down on the mat because we are still gonna keep it down here. Next, back to the triceps. Final 2 push exercises. We have got skull crushers, then into close grip chest press. So rolling it back for skull crushers first. In 3, in 2, and 1. Down, press it up. Bending at those elbows, squeezing at the top through those triceps. Now this is where you really have a good chance to tighten up through the back of the arms, contract the triceps. And this is a really, all the tricep exercises we have done, really good at helping to tighten up the back of your arm. Close grip chest press next. That means palms are gonna be facing each other. We are gonna squeeze our body with our arms just as we press. Last 3, 2, 1. Adjust your weights. Get ready to go. And here we go. Tap the mat, press up. Tap it down, press it up. And exhale as you come up. Keep your wrists straight. Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, just one more. There we go. All right, moving on to pull back and biceps. For our back, we are going into a close grip dead stop row. Then we are gonna do rear delt flies. So that is our next exercise. Close grip dead stop. Hinge it over, dead stop, start them at the bottom. And here we go, row it up, keep them squeezed. Bring it down, set them down, and up. So dead stop means you start that lift from a dead stop on the mat. Close grip means we are squeezing the dumbbells together and we are not letting them separate. Squeeze, stick that chest out. Hold it at the top. This is a tough one from that dead stop. Last 3, 2, 1. Rear delt flies, grabbing your weights. And here we go. Lift and squeeze. Lift, squeeze. Don't forget, exhale at the top. I know, we're breathing, we're squeezing. We're trying to keep going. And we're doing it. One more superset for the upper body after, and then we get to move to the abs. I love the combo of upper body and abs. And that is the motivation I need right there, thinking, okay, one more superset after this. Last 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going into wide curls and then bicep curls. So getting ready for wide curls first. Wide curls, those elbows are into your sides, palms facing out and away. We go in 3, in 2, and 1. Up and squeeze. All the way down. Take a second, squeeze the biceps, and down. Curl it up. As you lift, keep those elbows in towards your side, pull and squeeze. One more upper body exercise, our bicep curls. In 3, in 2, and 1. All right, so bicep curls, roll those shoulders down. Here we go, 40 seconds. Curl it up and down. Curl and squeeze. All the way down. Now to get that contraction, as I come up, my elbows come away just a little bit. I squeeze and then down. What you don't want is you don't want to try to lift your arms up this way, way far away. Mine are down, but I'm squeezing through the biceps so that you can see the difference. And it really helps if you have a mirror to see the difference that way. Last 2, 1. Oh, all right, 20 seconds. And then I'm just peeking at my timer. I'm pretty sure, yes, we have 45 seconds total. We're down to about 30 seconds though. So we're gonna bring it onto the mat. For our first 3 supersets, it's going to be plank focused, unilateral, and then we'll do that straight on plank. So we're gonna bring it down on the mat first. First superset is a side plank hip drop. You can also take your wrist weights off if you want. I'm gonna do that. And a side plank knee pull, staying on the same side for that plank. Now for your plank, your side plank, you can be on your knee or you can have both legs out. So 2 options, take whatever you need to get through it. And here we go. So side plank hip drop, up, squeeze, and down, up, squeeze, down. Squeeze it up. This is gonna be so good for the obliques. Up and squeeze. Oh. And with these ab supersets, we are keeping timing the same. 40 work, 20 rest. We're gonna get ready. We're gonna hold the hips high. Again, you can keep that bottom knee down. And we're gonna pull that knee in 3, 2, 1. Now hip high and pull the knee. Pull and squeeze. Out nice and long. Pull and squeeze. Out long, hips high. Oh, this is a burner on the abs. Oh my word. We're gonna get 20 seconds of rest, switch it over, do the same thing on the other side. In 3, 2, oh. Do you feel those obliques? That's amazing. All right, here we go. So side plank, hip drop first, then side plank, knee pull. About 5 seconds and we go. All right, here we go. Lift those hips up and we drop it. Down for 40, up, squeeze. Tap the hip, drive that hip up towards the sky. I love this exercise because you could actually feel with your hand those obliques working. And I think that really helps you make that mind-muscle connection when you can physically feel what you're doing. So take that opportunity right here. Feel that muscle and down. All right, side plank knee pull. In 3, in 2, and 1. Now hold it high. We're gonna bring that leg in, and here we go. Pull and out nice and long. Pull, out long. Oh, my goodness. Gotta keep my bottom knee down, this is burning. Even with that bottom knee down, I am telling you, that is so challenging. Oh, good, superset 3 out of 5 is coming up next. In 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going into plank walks. This is another option. You can keep it on your knees if you need to. The biggest thing is to keep that core engaged. Don't let your hips come up too high. Don't let your hips sag down. So we've got plank walks and then a plank knee pull. All right, plank walks. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. So walk it down onto the forearms and then back up. Now, whatever arm you led down and up with, switch sides. So alternate sides with your walk. Now again, keep those hips, that body nice and long. We're not up in the sky. We're not sagging down. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now you can keep it on your forearms and do that knee pull, or you can bring it up. You can be on your knees and just bring that knee in, drive it back out. In and out if you're on your knees, but you got those knees out just a little bit further. Or if you're up on those forearms, pull that knee in. Body long and strong. Oh my. Last 3, 2, 1. Now, onto our back. We have got leg lowers, then a legs up twist. So about 10 seconds out, rolling it back, leg lower. You can do both legs at the same time or one leg and the other. Legs can be bent or straight. And here we go, hands next to your hip. Keep that low back pressed in and up. So first things first is to make sure that your low back is pressing up against the mat. If you find that low back arching, you stop the legs there. You can also bend the knees in and lower and lift, tapping the heels. A few variations to make sure that we are maintaining that solid core and actually working into the abs. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now, legs up twist. You can also keep the legs down and twist. If not, the legs are up, and here we go, twist. Now, if the legs are down, you've got those feet on the mat. Really get that twist. Twist, exhale with your twist. Well over halfway, and then 1 superset left. That will be a minute and 20 of work. In 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, we have an alternating press back crunch. That is where we crunch up, we bring the knee in, we press back on that knee as we go with that. And then we're gonna keep our chest up and then heel taps, 2 out, 2 in. Here we go, alternating crunch with press back. Bring it in, press it. Other side, bring it in, press, press, press. Now you are really working at pushing that leg out with the hands as that knee drives in towards your chest. And then you immediately feel those abs work. Try to get that full exhale with the press. So right here, hold, press, and then let it down. So chest up on our forearms, 2 heel taps in, 2 heel taps out. Last 3, 2, 1. All right, on those forearms, and here we go. Tap it out for 2, nice and long. Tap it in for 2. Tap it out, tap it in. Keep that spine long so we're not rounding and hunching down here. Stick that chest out if you need to. Tap out, tap in. Tap out, tap in. Almost there, and then our challenge today, nothing to do with the abs, nothing to do with the upper body, but all about a little bit more definition. We're working definition today. So now it's definition for the inner and outer thighs. All right, last 3, here's 2 and 1. We did it, we made it. You are stronger because of it. And now we have that quick 10-minute finisher. Again, defining the thighs, inner and outer. We've just defined the upper body. I'm telling you, can you feel the pump? It feels amazing. I love these no repeat workouts with you, especially when they're supersets, because supersets are some of my favorite. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for getting strong. And let me know that you completed this by saying, I did it. I just want to hear it. I just want the motivation pumping through the comments right now. So again, thank you. I'll see you over at that finisher. Leave me your comment, and I love you.